Okay everyone, so today we're going to go through how to create a Google form. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why would I need to make my own Google form? Well, Google Forms is an excellent way to assess how someone has understood a topic. So for someone like me who's making sort of different activities, and then to assess your understanding of it, I might create a series of questions which can be easily marked and turned into a graph to see who has understood their information. Or it's a great tool to use to sort of collect data to turn into graphs, especially for students like you are, who's in stage 3 and you're going to be looking to make different graphs over the next few weeks. So we click on this button up here, which is all the Google Suite that you have available. Now you don't have all of the things that I have, but down the bottom you do have Google Forms. In Google Forms you'll find there is a blank one here in which you can click on to add yourself a new blank Google form. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to title your graph up here. Now mine might be all about I guess just asking you different questions about the future, so it could be short term and long term. So we're going to write questions about the future is my title of my graph, as my title of my worksheet. Now the first question here I'm going to ask might be about what high school do you plan on going to? Now that seems like a good one to have a multiple choice question, because we know most of you are going to one of about 2 or 3 schools. So what I'm going to do is in option 1 I'm going to write down here Bonnyrigg High School, and then down here it says add option. I'm going to write here and I'm going to write Bosley Park High School. Then in the third option I'm going to write here St John's Park High School. Now obviously some of you don't know where you're going yet, that's fine. We're going to write a fourth option where we're going to write Cecil Hills High School. And the last one, there's a few other schools that people are going to, so we're going to write the fifth option as other. Okay, so we've kept that as multiple choice. Now the second question, you could potentially add a paragraph, a short answer, so that's when you answer in your own words. We could also add in a checkbox underneath here. Now a checkbox is when there's more than one multiple answer. So if you say which of these answers are correct and there's more than one correct answer, you'd use checkbox. If drop down menu, that would be, you know, when you sign in the morning, you click the drop down menu and then select your name, that's where it would come from. So we're going to do another multiple choice question. Well, let's do one not for that. If you just did a paragraph answer and you said, what sort of job do you want when you grow up? Now the reason why I've done a paragraph answer is because if I've given you multiple choice and I've written down there a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, a nurse, that's really only 3 or 4 jobs out of all of the jobs that exist, and so it's not really enough to have it as a multiple choice question. So I've left it as a paragraph question because I want to see your individual results. Now the third question, I want another question that's multiple choice just so I can gather some information. What are you most looking forward to for this year? Now I'm going to have this as multiple choice. I'm going to have going back to school full time, year 6 farewell, getting out of my house finally, or it could be something else, something maybe later on, so maybe like athletics carnival. Now we still don't know if some of these things are happening, but could still be something you're looking forward to, or it might be the talent quest. We might get rid of the house in the family because it's very similar to the school one. So getting rid of Mr. West. Alright. Now you've got 5 options here and you are done for that question. Make sure you put a question mark in here. Now when you're making your Google Forms today, you don't really need to make that many of them, okay, because we only really need one proper. You got to title this part. There we go, it makes it itself. Okay, so all of those things have now been done. You can have a form which is as long as short as you want, but it needs to have at least 1 or 2 multiple choice questions in there, because they're the ones we're going to use to turn into our pie chart. Okay, now up here you can change a few different things. We can say, I would say here that it collects the email responses, because we're going to want to know who made them, and you're going to limit people to 1 response. The reason we're limiting people to 1 response is because otherwise one person could come in and answer 10 different times, and then our data gets skewed because one person's voted 10 times and now the data is all confused. So make sure you change that in settings to limit to 1 response. Then you are done. You can press send, and now you can see that your thing, that's your link there. If you post that to all the rest of the class next week, or tomorrow, sorry, then everyone can go through and follow and basically just do each other's forms, and then each of you do each other's forms. That's 28 different results that we have. All right, I hope that's made sense. Thanks for watching.